Squeak, squeak. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What that? What that? Whoa. Whoa. Is one a funny looking dude. Excuse me while I look funny. Is just funny looking. Not funny, ha ha, funny. What the F is that? Anyway, howdy, this is Spell Rider, and welcome to my stream. I am back with Hogwarts Legacy. That was my little shout out to Max Headroom. Legacy. If you don't know who Max Headroom is, Google it. You're in for a treat. The dude was freaking amazing. What's up, Blue Jay? Yeah, if you could start out with a commercial. I think it was
seems a pleasant enough little place.
Sprite. I think it was a Sprite commercial or something that they started out on. Max Headroom, and then he got so popular he started being on all kinds of stuff. They'd have him on like talk shows and things like that, and then he'd do special appearances in shows, and he just got really popular. And then all of a sudden they came out with a TV series with Max Headroom. It's like a futuristic post-apocalyptic type thing. And it was pretty cool, I thought, but it only lasted like 1 or 2 seasons, which sucked because I wanted more. I wanted more at Max Headroom. I want he was part of the MTV era, which I was part of. You know, MTV came out when I was in my 20s. Yep. Good old days. The good old days. Hey, there is something right here. I didn't know.
Revelio.
Reveal your ass. Oh, there we go. Practice dummies. The residents of Feldcroft sometimes use these to practice their spellcasting, especially in light of recent goblin attacks. Okay, can I do this? We dancing. Oh, that was fun. Now what was over here? Hey, buddy.
Revelio.
In here. I don't know why I missed this last time. Oh, hey, there's something else over there. Get up. Did I not look over this town very good? Because there's stuff, man. There is stuff that I did not get.
Revelio.
How did I miss that? Did you lose your internet last night? Standing with you, Crane. Hey, welcome back, man. No. I just got a little freaking upset. My son was messing with me, and it kind of irks me a little bit because me and him have always had a really good relationship. Most of his life, you know, or all of his life. And just in the past, I don't know, 8 months to a year, he started having problems with music. And it's harder to explain, and he don't seem to understand it. And his last comment that he said just kind of irked me. And so I just said, fuck this, and I just quit. And what he said is, the only problem we have with music is when I play my kind of music. And that's not even freaking true, but I understand what he's saying, but that's not what the truth is. The truth is when he plays his music, he asks me what I think of it. And he already knows what I think of it. But he asks me anyway. And what am I supposed to do? Lie? So if I tell him the truth, then he gets all pissed off and butthurt, and then we get in an argument about it. And then I try to explain to him again, I have the right to have my own preferences in music, and it's not my preference, but I can stand it. And he also said something about me messing with him about it or something. I don't remember. In the car, I have drove with him in his car quite a few times over the last 4 or 5 months, and I don't remember too often actually even mentioning the music that was playing, which he knew most of that time that it was music that I normally wouldn't listen to, and that some of it is music that I don't like at all. But I did not say a word. I thought we had a big falling out last summer over some stupidity, and most of it had to do with music. And it was just stupid, and I realized at that point it's not nothing to freaking fight over. I don't care about I don't care about fighting over that. So if he wants to listen to what he wants to when we're in his car, let him listen to it. And I hardly ever even mention anything about it anymore. I did for a while, but I don't anymore. I don't just see why it's a problem. It's his car. He can freaking listen to what he wants, even if I'm in it. I was trying to mention it to him last night, that it's kind of rude to do that because he's the one that brought it up in the first place. He was trying to make it out that it's because I'm old and that I'm stuck in my ways. No, that's not it. I have listened to some newer music and like the music that I am more open to new music than most people. I used to watch all the freaking competition shows like The Voice and American Idol when I did have a TV. Even after that, I'd watch it on the internet when I could. I haven't watched it lately since COVID. It kind of got stupid because they were doing it from home and on the TV and through Skype and shit. It just wasn't the same as it was before. So I kind of stopped watching it around COVID. But up until COVID, I was watching all of these competition shows. This a cappella show, I can't remember what it was called. It was really cool.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
There was a lot of these shows, and I watch them, and I can really get into even the rap, which I don't like, and I can listen to these guys and know that they're talented and say, yeah, that was really fucking good, I don't like it, but it was really good. And I can get into this shit, I can understand it and get into the music. Multiple different genres. I mean, there's only 2 or 3 genres of music that I don't like. Out of the whole universe of music, there's only 2 or 3 genres that I don't like. One of them's new wave. I don't really like new wave. One of them is disco. And I can't say that I don't like thrash metal or whatever you want to call it, because I do like the music part of it. I just don't like the vocals. And I don't particularly like rap, but it's not even the vocals of the rap, which I was trying to explain last night. It's the music in the background, because I like music. I like guitars. I like freaking keyboards. I like the drums. I like full freaking orchestras. I love old classical music. When I was younger, I didn't particularly like opera, but as I got older, I freaking started being able to appreciate that, and now I freaking think it's amazing, I like rock and roll. I like jazz. I like freaking old classical rock. I like all the different genres of rock, except for one, or 2. I guess new wave would be considered a genre of rock. I even like some new wave bands like The Fix and Men at Work. I just don't like a lot of them. I don't like freaking Flock of Seagulls and freaking Boy George and shit like that. It's just too teeny bopper. I don't like teeny bopper music as much, but I can appreciate that. It just bothers me being the father of somebody that I really get along with about everything. We always got along.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
We always got along with each other about every freaking thing. and we always had a lot of the same interests, like games and music and shit like that. And then when he got older, he started, liking his own kind of music, which is normal, But that doesn't mean you have to. It would be nice, maybe, yeah, if your parents like the kind of music you like. And I like some of it. I don't like all of it. And there's just one band, and it's not even a genre because it's a grunge band. Is freaking Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I just have this feeling. I have this feeling that he wouldn't think Red Hot Chili Peppers were so freaking important if it wasn't for the fact that I didn't like them. That kind of deal. I not my favorite kind of music, but I like Pearl Jam. I like freaking Nirvana. I like a lot of the other grunge bands. I just don't like Red Hot Chili Peppers because they were just too like crude, I guess. When they back in the day when they first came out, it was like had this one dude that was freaking playing guitar in his underwear, and that's one of the things that I didn't like about freaking Guns N' Roses in their later years. Not at the beginning. At the beginning they were cool, but after a while they started getting stupid and gross and just fucking weird, like freaking Axl Rose doing a whole concert in his fucking tidy whities and shit like that. I just thought that was just stupid. And that's the same thing with freaking Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's a couple of their songs that I think are all right, and I kind of like some of the beats to it because they got this reggae feel in a few songs, but I just don't like them as a band. They just seem like some rich punk ass kids that were really rich and spoiled brats that decided they were going to rebel against fucking society like commie little bastards. So do I have the right to feel that way? Yeah, but does it bother? I can understand why it bothers them, but we don't have to talk about that. Why can't we stick with the things that we have in common? And that's what I was trying to explain last night. When we get into a fucking car, like I would with anybody, I would, and if I put on some music, I would put on the music that I like and they like. Something that we have in common. Like I noticed when me and Darcy would go places together, she didn't really like having music in the car, so I wouldn't play music. I did a few times and then I turned it off.
Wonder who lives here.
So I was since I was the driver, or she was the driver half the time. I
Revelio.
just respected her wishes and did something that we had in common, and that was we'd just talk instead, which I thought was good. I thought it was actually better because we had some of our best conversations when we were driving. But with my son, I was trying to explain to him, he does like some of the music I like. He used to really like AC/DC, and he really used to like Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that, and he still likes them, I guess. But like he was saying last night, after you hear them 500 freaking times, I doubt if he's ever heard freaking them 500 fucking times. I have. But I guarantee you he's heard some of the freaking other songs that he listens to at least that many times. But he was saying that he always tries to find new music and stuff like that, so it's always a new, different thing. No, I hear the same shit all the time when I'm in his car. And it doesn't bother me, really. I'll listen to it. I don't have to like it, but I'll listen to it. And some of it I like. A lot of it. And I'll even say it when it comes up with a song that I like. I'll say, hey, that one's pretty cool. When it doesn't have the guy fucking But anyway, let me get it back into the game. I went off a little bit there, sorry. I had a feeling it might have been that. Does he listen to Yes? No, but I do. I like Yes. I don't think I've ever played any Yes. I think I have played one or two Yes songs for him. Rick Wakeman was freaking like one of the best keyboard players that ever lived, man. I always liked Yes. But seriously, it's probably something else. He probably thinks that you think his taste of music sucks. No, to each his own. It doesn't. I don't judge people for that. Just because I think the music itself sucks, I don't think his taste sucks. Because people have different tastes. People are allowed to have different tastes and different preferences. I put it in the same category as, I don't remember if you remember, and they probably still are saying it, but for a while there, the trans community were trying to say that if you have a trans girl and a lesbian girl, that the lesbian girl should be attracted to the trans girl just because she's a real girl. No, she's not a real girl. She has a dick. And maybe the lesbian girl doesn't like dicks. Maybe the lesbian girl, even if they freaking cut off their dick and got something else put down there, the lesbian girl might not like that either because it's not a real vagina, you know. But the trans community was trying to say that preferences don't matter. That if you like a certain gender, you should like the gender that they prefer to be, you know. And that's the same kind of attitude that I think about it. Is if somebody says that you don't like my music, you know, you should. No, because everybody has preferences. And it doesn't make you good or them good or you bad or them bad, you know. It's just a preference. Just like some people, and this is what I always said about those trans people saying stuff like that, is, you know, some people like redheads. Some people like blondes. Some people like brunettes. Some people like darker skinned people. Some people like lighter skinned people. Some people like freaking taller people. Some people like shorter people. Some people like girls without dicks. You know? And some people might like girls with dicks, you know? To each his fucking own. Everybody has their preferences. Oh, God. I can go on about this for a little while, but let me finish reading the chat. Or he doesn't understand that you can listen to other people's music and not have to like it. Yep. I can't stand the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, like I said, there's a couple songs that it's kind of catchy, like that one. I don't even know what they're saying because they say it so fast. Oh, give it away, boy. Give it away, give it away, give it away, boy. That beat to that song is kind of cool. But they just look like idiots when they're singing it, you know, when they're playing it. One dude, the bass player, fucking Flea, having freaking patchy purple freaking shit in his hair and wearing freaking tidy whities. And the other guy just getting into the camera and like you got to see his freaking nostril hairs and shit. Like, what the fuck? It's kind of funny though. It's more of a comical thing than anything else. But you know, it's just not my thing. Hey Henrik, what's up? Coldplay is one I've listened to the most and still love them. Yeah, he likes Coldplay also. But see, also you gotta remember, and it doesn't really have to do with a generational thing. It does maybe a little bit, but when you're younger, at school and stuff, you get exposed to a lot more different types of music, you know. And then when you get out of school, you have friends that might show you different types of music and stuff like that, and you start getting into that. But then when you get older, like with me, I started hanging around at bars and shit. And the bars that I hung around at played rock and roll or country. So I started hearing that kind of music a lot more. And then I started experimenting with other music because I'm a musician myself, and I started experimenting with other music. And I started really getting into blues. I mean, old blues from like the 30s and 40s and 50s. You know, Muddy Waters and freaking Son House and John Lee Hooker and freaking Robert Johnson and shit like that. I started really getting into this old blues. And then I started comparing that to rock and roll and started listening to the rock version of that old blues. Like Eric Clapton does 2 or 3 albums that are amazing, and he does old blues classics and does remakes of them with electric freaking guitars and stronger beat and shit, and wasted fucking crazy guitar solos. Not wasted, but wasted as in stoned, But I started getting into that shit. But okay, so then you get older, like me now. I don't listen to music that much. I listen to it. I play it myself a lot, but I don't listen to it as much as I used to. When I was going out to the bars and shit, or having friends over, I'd go to friends' houses and shit. We were always listening to music. There was always music going on. We were playing guitars and singing and having a good time and drinking and hooping and hollering and having a good time. So we always had music going, always. And then I got older and I started getting onto the computers more, and I didn't have the music going all the time. But now every night I at least play the guitar for 10 or 15 minutes before my stream. Still got calluses on my fingers, but I don't listen to music, and I don't have the opportunity to listen to newer music. I don't even know what the radio stations are around this area. Most of my friends are in another town, and most of those listen to the music that we listen to at the bars because they still go to those bars. So I don't have a lot of people around me to influence my tastes of music. So I don't hear as much music. And so when I do listen to music, like if I'm going to drink a few beers and want to sit back and listen to some music and jam with some guitars and shit, I would prefer to listen to the shit that I already know. So maybe it is being older, but it's more my situation than being old. It's since I don't listen to music that much. When I'm in the car driving, I'll listen to music. Every once in a while, when I'm here, I'll go on the internet. I'll go on YouTube and Google some, or search for some songs and listen to some videos or watch some videos of stuff of old music. But yeah, the little time that I spend compared to listening to music constantly when I was younger, the very little time that I spend listening to music, I would prefer to listen to the stuff I really know good, because it's more nostalgic, than to listen to something that I don't know, because I prefer that. But I still like to listen to stuff that I don't know. But then I don't want to waste my time listening to something that I know that I don't like, So maybe I am stuck in my ways a little bit, but it's not completely that way, because I do listen to newer music. I remember 4 or 5 years ago, somebody wanted me to play this one song in a band, and I learned it. And that was 4 or 5. It's been longer than that now, because I've been doing the internet for at least 8, so it was right before that. And I learned the song, and I'd never heard the song before, and I thought it was really cool once I heard it. By the way, it was called what is that song? Pretty Vegas by In Excess. I never listened to In Excess a whole lot because they were more of a pop type band. I was more into the freaking heavy metal of those days, Anyway, any Willie other than mine is a no-go for a relationship. Yep. Doing good. Have been drinking some port wine and watching some movies on Tubi. Yep. And Alan, what's up, man? Okay, let me get back into the game. Dear Anne, Hogwarts isn't the same without you. Well, Sharp is still as foul, but you know what I mean. I hope you're feeling better, Sebastian. So, letter from Anne Swallow to Sebastian Swallow. Is this brother and sister or something? Or husband and wife? It sounds more like brother and sister because she just says Anne instead of love you, Anne. This is my potion kit, not yours. Leave my things. Yep, definitely brother and sister. You keep your stuff out of my stuff. Is that her? That looks like a little girl. Doesn't look like a full-grown woman. Hey, apples. Let's make a mess. Oh, he didn't make a mess this time. Can I get one, please? He didn't even eat it. He didn't eat it, man. What's wrong with you? Oh, there we go. Now, try it. There we go. Let's throw them on the ground.
Revelio.
Okay, let me check out place. I didn't miss something. Okay, let's get out of here. Was the INXS vocalist the one who committed suicide? No, that's the thing is I heard a few of their old songs with him, you know, the original singer. But so like I was saying before, is I used to watch all these reality shows about music and shit, you know, like their American Idol and The Voice and shit. But way back in the day, well, American Idol was already out, but they had this other competition show with that guy from Jane's Addiction, the guitar player. Fuck, what's his name? I can't remember. And he also, I think, played in Alice in Chains for a while. Also, the guitar player. God, I can't remember his name. Yeah, David Navarro. He had a TV show where they were looking for bands. They were looking for singers for bands, and they'd have the whole band there. They did like 2 seasons, and they had the whole band there, and the band was looking for a replacement singer. And so they would have a whole competition where they'd have like, you know, 20 people audition, and they cut 1 or 2 of them every week. And INXS was one of the seasons because, you know, there's
Not sure how I'd fare in a little
killed
place
himself.
like this.
So the guy that at the season finale, the 2 people that were left had to write their own song that the band would play with them at the finale, and then they would, you know, figure it out who won from that. And he wrote the dude that ended up becoming their lead singer after that, wrote this song, Pretty Vegas. I don't know how long he lasted in the band, but he was the lead singer for INXS for a while, and he wrote that song Pretty Vegas, and it was pretty cool. But I seen the competition show, and I heard the song, and I said that was really fucking cool. And then somebody in this band that I was in mentioned that song and said, "Hey, have you ever listened to INXS?" I said, "Well, I heard this one song, Pretty Vegas." And he goes, "Okay, hey, let's learn that song. We'll play it. That's a good song." And so we learned it, and we started playing that song. But yeah, I didn't really know anything about it INXS, and I didn't really hear that song more than once. That was the only time I ever heard the song. It was the one time on the show. Apparently it was one of their hits, the only hits that he had with them, I guess. I watched a sci-fi movie called Cosmic Chronicles. It's like 3 different stories. That quite cool movie. I don't think I ever heard that one. Sounds pretty cool.
Revelio.
I used to watch a lot of sci-fi movies, random sci-fi movies, and I don't do that much anymore because I don't seem to have the time to do it. The only time I even watch TV anymore is right before I go to sleep, and sometimes it'll be an hour or 2 before I fall asleep, or sometimes it'll be like right away, and it'll take me 5 or 6 days to watch one freaking show.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
But yeah, I used to watch a lot, like Highlander. I never even heard of Highlander until it came out on videotape.
Revelio.
That was in like 1984, I think it was 1984. It came out on videotape. How the hell can I do this to get it down from there?
Akio.
Oh, hey. That worked better than I thought. So I used to go to the 7-Eleven down the street from my house. A convenience store for those who don't know what a 7-Eleven
You haven't
is.
had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make.
I used to go to the store,
eggs
and
and
7-Eleven
eggs,
had
those mushrooms
videotapes for rental, for rent, you know. And I go down there probably almost every night and rent a movie or two and then watch them. And so that was one of the movies that popped up. It was right after it came out on videotape. It popped up in there, and I said, hey, I'll check that out. I watched it and watched it and watched it. I watched it. You know, you can keep those rentals for like a couple days. And I must have watched it 10 freaking times during those 2. I didn't go back and get more movies. I watched it. And then I went back and rented it again and again and again. Within the first year that after that movie was out, I must have rented it about 20 freaking times and watched it 100 times. And what am I doing? Let's see where I'm at. Oh yeah, this is that new town. See, I don't know which town's which because they keep calling it Feldcroft, but and this over here is the same name. Oh no, it's not. I thought this was Feldcroft. Or this one. Huh. Okay, I guess this is it. So I finally got to this last night. Didn't really check it out real good. Damn it! This thing is so hard to navigate sometimes. What is... Oh, I already got that one then. So I guess I'm good here. What is over here that I missed? Anyway, my point is I used to watch a lot of freaking movies, and I found my favorite movie by doing that. And that's been my favorite movie ever since. I rented it. That's hard to say if you say it too fast. Rented it. Well, anyway, I rented it. So much that I wore that freaking tape out. I don't know if
These rocks have seen better
anybody
days.
remembers how messed up videotapes could
Let's
get.
see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
If you watch them too much, they'd wear the magnetic strip, the magnetic shit off of them, and then the movie would get all screwed up after a while. It'd get really not grainy. It's not really grainy. It was like distorted. So the copy that 7-Eleven had, they ended up having to throw it away after a while. I rented it so many times. And then I bought a copy, and I wore that one out. And then finally when I got the director's cut. The director's cut was so good. I think that's what I got. The one that I bought was director's cut. And it explained a lot of missing parts, you know. So I watched that one so many times I wore it out. And then I finally got it on DVD. And I don't know whatever happened to the DVD because I don't have it anymore. But that's still my favorite movie. On the morning of 22 November, (1997), Huckins was found dead in the hotel room in Sydney. His death was reported by New South Wales coroner to be the result of suicide by hanging. Oh, is that what that was his name? Hutchins? November 22nd. That's the ain't that the day that Kennedy was assassinated? The anniversary of Kennedy's assassination. Maybe he felt so bad about Kennedy dying 40 years before that. 44 years before that. He said, oh man, I can't live anymore without Kennedy. Sad story. Yep. Today I watched The Shape of Water. Cool movie. I've heard of that. I don't actually know what it is about, but I've heard of it. Very sad when people kill themselves. Hope he is happy in the spirit realm. Yeah. Yep. Well, I don't have any more of these things. Oh wait, it just did it. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, I gotta make these better.
Reparo.
One up here. Oh, there's one over here though. Reparios. Where's the other one? There's got to be at least one more. Set it up there. That's what I already repaired, ain't it? I hear something. Why is it ding-a-ding-a-dinging? Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Ding-a-ding. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Isn't that the castle I've already been to? Where's the other one? So we got to do them in a certain time frame.
Incendio.
There's got to be more than one, or more than two. I mean, more than those two. There's one.
Reparo. That's that.
Is that it?
Settled.
Woohoo! Bill Falls, a mute custodian at a high security government laboratory who falls in love with a captured humanoid amphibian. Oh yeah, I think I've seen the trailer to that. Did you solve the puzzle in Resident Evil 0? Is there only one puzzle? Or is it multiple puzzles? I think I need to get out of here. Oh wait, no, I never did find the thing that I was looking for. Where was it? There it is. Oh, roll over, you rabbit. Rabbit. It's up there. How do I get up there? Oh, hey. Ask and you shall receive.
Revelio.
Haven't I been up here before? And I didn't see it then? There it is. See, these broken binoculars were left here by Muggles attempting to track what they suspected was an odd-looking bear, but it was likely a demiguise. Was that a shapeshifter? They could not for the life of them understand how something could seem to disappear so quickly. Okay. Yeah, I've been here before. Here's the thing that I was trying to figure out how to do, and what it meant. But anyway, that's it, I think. I'm gonna... You know what? I need to sell some shit. Fancy. Fancy. Kind of like those. Hey, what happened to my other clothes? I'm in the freaking... the brawler clothes. I'm some brute, man. I'm some brute. Kind of like the old glasses I had better. What were those? Not those. Wait, maybe these? No. Those are okay. These. Yep, I like those. I'm actually wearing these? Why? That's the ones I want to wear. Oh, that's kilts, though. That's the clothes I was looking for. See the red in them? It matches the red on the gloves now. I match more. I'm stylish. Stylish. I be styling in my stylish hoodness. What does that say? Royal Chinese fireball scarf. Oh, okay. Too bad I don't like scarves. Alrighty. So, let me get to the map. I'm going to fast travel to a vendor. Then I'm out of here. What is this? Troll control. Is that the one? Hey, you know what? I'm going to try this before I head back, because I can come over here and sell some stuff, and then try to get that troll. Oh no, there we go. So far, Hogwarts Legacy has sold. Yeah, I know. I saw that somebody put something up on Discord
Handy
about it.
resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
Wonder who lives here.
Haters failed. Yeah, I think it was Bastard that put up a thing about it. Or I should say Elizabeth. If she just put Elizabeth on her name,
what a relief it
we
will be.
wouldn't have to call her Bastard.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
Hello again, Mr. Thistlewood.
Oh, it's you again, my favourite Hogwarts student. Never attended Hogwarts myself. In fact, I've never been more than a stone's throw from our humble hamlet. Now, how may I be of service?
Listening to music and watching movies today, but I learned one important thing: never have the mic too close to your mouth while streaming. Sound was like a wind blowing last